Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with
You'll receive competitive assessment.
$17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari. And any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar. Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School as we bring you boys high school basketball on this Monday night. Guerin Catholic coming in at 10-8. They've won 4 of their last 6. They'll be hosting the Dragons of New Palestine, who comes in at this one at 13-4, and they've won their last 6 in a row. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Also by Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electricians serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sport with a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 service, 1 solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Great to have you with us tonight. I know a rare Monday night basketball game. Troy Darengowski along with Coach Keith Myers. Should be a great one tonight between the Golden Eagles and the Dragons of New Pal, two very, very good teams here going tonight, and we're looking forward to this one here this evening. Tell you what, Coach, should be a good one. I know that we're going to talk a little bit about both these teams in depth here in a couple of moments, and maybe even one player who may not be playing tonight. Your thoughts about this one early on?
I'm concerned that Will Grissom may not be in the lineup for Guerin Catholic. Not feeling well, back's hurting a little bit, so we'll see if he can go a little bit tonight. They're banged up a little bit. They had a tough game against North Central on Saturday, lost that ball game, a very good 4A ball game. Guerin Catholic, you look at their strength of schedule, and oh my goodness, they don't play many 3A schools.
Yeah.
They play a lot of 4A schools and get competitive. For New Palestine, this is a new opponent for New Palestine and for Guerin. They've never played each other before. Could be very interesting and see what that matches up. No meetings in the last 35 years. Both of them common foes, 1-1 on both of them for both teams. So be a very interesting game. Johnny Harold, our friend, has picked Guerin Catholic to win this by 57-55. I tell you what, 55, it sounds like a pretty good magic number for me.
Well, you mentioned Will Grissom already, averaging 19.3 points, 5.7 rebounds per game. If he doesn't play tonight, that might change a little bit from the scoring standpoint here for Guerin Catholic. They average about 58 points per game. You figure he's averaging 19 a game. That's a big bulk of your scoring out of the lineup here tonight.
You know, I've had that happen to me, and I'm sure you've had that a couple of times as you coach this game as well. And, you just have to, next man steps up. Who's going to take the reins and who's going to step up and make a difference? And you challenge your young kids to do that. I look for Jack Cherry. This might be a breakout game for him. He could knock down some points. I know that he's got it in him.
Well, this Guerin Catholic team, they play very well at home. They're 5-2, though they lost their last game at home against, as you've alluded to, a good schedule. A North Central team who beat him 76-64. They don't score quite as well at home when you look at their season average of 58 points per game, but they only average about 58 when you talk about their game here at their home gymnasium. Let's go back to New Pal for just a couple of moments. They've won 6 in a row. They have not lost since way back on January the 8th. It was an overtime game that they lost that one, so they're a basketball team. They're playing pretty good right now.
Yeah, man, you look at how this whole entire season has gone for New Pal. Their game that they're starring on their schedule is not until February 18th that they play Mount Vernon. They win that one, they share the lockup with the conference. That's what they want to do. They want to win some conference games, but they want to win some games as well. They got Shelbyville on the 11th, they got Connorsville on the 12th, and then Mount Vernon on the 18th. For Guerin Catholic, you got Indianapolis, Washington on the 11th. You got Roncalli, which will be on IndianaSRN. You got University, and then you end up with Anderson. Unbelievable. Both teams, 5-4 team left.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's going to be some really good basketball to be played still, but the New Pal Dragons winning their last 6 games in a row, including that win over Perrin Meridian, 54-45. And, of course, you're starting to think now a little bit about sectional time coming up here very soon. And Guerin will play in that Lebanon sectional. They've beaten 2 out of the 3 teams in that sectional already. Look on the other side. In the Greenfield Central sectional where New Pal will be, they've beaten 3 out of the 4 teams they played so far in that sectional as well. An early loss to Richmond, but that was game 1 of the season as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more in the pregame show. This is the Hoosier Basketball Magazine pregame show right here on IndianaSRN. Back once again here at Guerin Catholic, the Golden Eagles at 10-8. New Pal coming in at 13-4 on the season. They've won their last 6. Now, we just talked a little bit ago about this Guerin Catholic team. If Will Grissom, he's not starting tonight. We do know that. And if he doesn't play tonight, that's going to put some pressure on some other players to really step up. And we'll certainly talk more about that, what adjustments will have to be made throughout the game. Now, you look at New Pal. That's Steele Brasfield, this young man, 20 points per game. He's one of 3 guys in double figures that'll score tonight for the Dragons. Blaine Nunnally is averaging 12.3. Ian Stevens is averaging 12.2 points and 9.8 rebounds. Tell you what, that New Pal team's pretty darn good coming in. I know they got up to a slow start this year, but really starting to put some things together.
Yeah, I was shocked when we looked at their schedule. I was shocked that Richmond beat them earlier in the year because we've seen Richmond play since then, and Richmond's tailed off a big time.
Yeah.
They also lost, I do believe, they lost to Benton Central. Is that right?
Well, they lost
Franklin Central. They lost to Franklin Central. That's a pretty good ball club. Their losses are not bad. Evansville North, they play very well. And Pendleton Heights, man, when you play Pendleton Heights at Pendleton Heights, it's a tough win.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard. And, they played a pretty nice conference. I like their conference. I like the fact that Mount Vernon and all those schools are real close together. So rivalry is huge when it comes to that. And it should be a lot of fun. And that Greenfield sectional could be a very interesting one. And maybe we drop a little hint. Maybe you'll see us again out at Greenfield in that sectional.
Well, Mount Vernon is probably the favorite going in, and certainly should be. But Anderson is going to be right there, and I think this New Pal team is going to be right there as well. I know from the overall ranking schedule that you see, the 71st rated schedule in the state of Indiana for New Pal, for Guerin Catholic, their 74th rated schedule. So both have played very, very good schedules. The one thing you look about Guerin Catholic, even though they've lost their last 2 games, they go to Noblesville, they lose that one, and then they lose to North Central. But the one game that they really impressed me, and they've had some big wins this year, they won at LaPel, they won at Lebanon, they beat Covenant Christian, but they go to Brebeuf, a team that is favored to win that Lebanon sectional. They go there and they pick up a win.
Yeah, you look at that game, you look at that Brebeuf game, and you look at that game and say, how in the world did that happen? What did Brebeuf eat for lunch that day? Because Guerin Catholic was in their grill the whole entire night.
They certainly were. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a good one planned here. As we mentioned, Guerin Catholic averaging 58 points per game, should be even because New Pal averaging just under 58 points per game as well. We'll take a timeout. The starting lineups and the tip-off are coming up in a couple of moments. This is high school basketball in IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back once again here at Guerin Catholic High School. New Palestine coming in at 13-4. Guerin Catholic coming in at 10-8. Both teams right now winning 6 in a row for New Pal, and then Guerin Catholic winning 4 out of their last 6. Here's how the Dragons will line up tonight. One of their starters will be Ian Stevens. He wears number 5, averaging 12.2 points and 9.8 rebounds per game. Bryant Nunley will also get the start tonight. He wears number 11, averaging 2.7 points per game. Blaine Nunley also starting, averaging 12.3 points per game. He wears number 14. Steele Brosfield is number 24, averaging 20.4 points per game. And then Ben Slangley will also get the start tonight as he wears number 44, averaging 6.2 points per game. On the other side for Guerin Catholic, Jack Cherry gets the start. He wears number 1. Robert Sorensen will get the start as well. He wears number 3, averaging 9.1 points per game. Patrick Baird wearing number 5, averaging 5.1 points per game. He wears again number 5. Then it'll be Lucas Parker wearing number 14, and Aiden Cannon, number 22. He averages just 3.8 points per game. See Guerin Catholic, they're in the home whites, and of course in the traveling red will be New Pal. Your thoughts, keys to this one here tonight?
Keys of game actually for New Pal. I think what they need to do is they need to out-rebound Guerin Catholic. They have to play their own pace. 50-50 balls got to go to them. Block out and find their shooters. For Guerin Catholic, pretty simple. Protect your home floor. Watch the runs. Runs are important. Do not allow defensive rebounds, and turnovers have to be under 15.
All right, and both teams, by the way, average around 12 turnovers per game, so we know they're going to take care of the basketball here tonight. You see Stevens jumping it up here for New Pal. He wears number 5, and on the other side, it was 22, Aiden Cannon, and we are underway. It'll be Guerin Catholic basketball to start this one here this evening.
New Pal goes man-to-man.
Mentioned Cherry early, the entry pass, the little jump hook in the lane, no good by Cannon, one and done, and in business the other way will be New Pal. And both teams average under 60 points per game, so probably anticipating not a high-scoring game here tonight. New Pal gives up just 52 per game. Guerin Catholic giving up 54 per game. Nice reversal, but the shot short by Slagley, and we'll head the other way. Each team one and done in their first possession. Here's a 3 in the corner. That's going to be off the mark as coming up and empty as Parker.
That might be too quick of a shot for Guerin Catholic. They got to run their offense.
Back the other way, New Pal on the drive, and Stevens had his shot partially blocked. Once he gets it back, he is tied up, and the possession arrow will stay right here with New Pal.
Got a good officiating crew tonight, all of them a veteran crew. Should be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, Rod Chamberlain along with Drew Farley and Brandon Warner are 3 officials here this evening. So New Pal with their second opportunity with the basketball. Bryant Nunley working the point. We'll give it off now to Brosfield, and he's guarded there by Cherry. Jumper's on the way, no good. And another one and done, and we'll head the other way. Here's Sorensen. Sorensen wasting no time, bringing it across the timeline as he controls it on the left wing, has it stripped out of his hands, and we're going to stay here. Good deflection there by Stevens.
Nice quick hands, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that.
Love deflections. Really will take a team out of an offense.
Get you a basket, but you don't want a basket, that's for sure.
So Guerin Catholic with their second possession. Neither team of the score here as we're the first minute 30 into the ball game. Cherry on the drive, gives it up. Here's Sorensen, pull-up jumper no good from 14. The long rebound. Coming away with it is Cannon. Another chance here for the Golden Eagles. Driving in, missing the shot is Sorensen. The putback no good. And Cannon 0 for 2 in that possession.
Take that thing off the back of the rim.
Might be one of those nights, of course, these
Good
teams don't play that many times on a Monday. And no real opportunity to practice before this one. That shot is off the mark by Brosfield. He is now 0 for 2 here early.
This is when my kids had study hall. They went down to the gymnasium for some odd reason on Monday nights.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here. Well, it's a good use of a study hall is what I would say.
Athletics is part of the classroom.
And they're studying their game notes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I got criticized with it, but it
got you wins, right?
Oh, yeah, we like to win.
New Pal basketball. Skip pass in the corner. The three no good by Stevens. Players fall to the floor. Guerin Catholic basketball in transition the other way. The drive by Cherry, and we will have that ball knocked out of bounds. And we're going to stay right here. Good block shot there by Stevens.
I like how Stevens was beat on that, but just took his time to get there. If you look at the student body, not many student body, a pretty scarce audience tonight as well.
Yeah, it's a very small crowd on a Monday night. They all must be studying. That's why they're not here. The drive on the baseline and throwing it away is Lucas Parker. And there's an early turnover for Guerin Catholic.
Yeah, but a lot of these kids, they're going to be fired up for the girls' sectional because this Guerin Catholic girls' sectional is in the championship game tomorrow night against Indianapolis Chatard. That's a nice little rivalry, nice little conference game for the sectional championship. So I'm sure this crowd will swell tomorrow night.
It's going to be a fun place to be, and there is a turnover by New Pal. So each team now with a turnover. Take a look at the block the other way. Stevens actually using that left hand to elevate.
That's how you used to do it.
Yes, it is. Never use the right hand, always use the left.
Right, and you used the trampoline, right?
Yeah.
To get up in the air? Gotcha.
So now Guerin trying to get on the board. Neither team 3 minutes in, and neither team has been able to score yet. Entry pass down low. Here's Cannon. Turnaround shot on the way. Good. So there is your first bucket at 4:49 of the opening period. So now let's see what New Pal can do. See the Golden Eagles staying in the man-to-man here in this half-court defense against Brosfield and the Dragons. Second turnover now by New Pal. Back the other way we go, leaning in, a lot of contact, and a foul will be called against Bryant Nunley, his first.
A little late on the foul call, but got it. Rodney Chamberlain. Rodney used to work college basketball with me back in the day.
Really?
Yes.
Lucas Parker at the line now, averaging 9.8 points per game, and the first free throw is good. Parker shoots at an 84% clip.
You know, Coach was talking to me earlier today saying it was real important that they get on the free throw line and knock them down, struggle against North Central. I think you had that game, correct? You had the North Central Guerin game? No, you didn't.
No, I did not. Second free throw is good.
I know we had a slew of games this weekend, and they all were. If you talk about this week, this weekend's a little blur as well. 15 games for you on IndianaSRN.
Parker with both, and we have a foul on the way up, so we're going to go back to the free throw line here as the Dragons will visit for the first time. I think they got Robert Sorensen of Guerin for the foul, and that's going to put Blaine Nunley at the line. Nunley's a pretty good shooter as well overall, shooting at 33% from three-point range, and Nunley from the free throw line hits the first, and New Pal is on the board for the first time. Surprisingly, Nunley, though, only a 58% free throw shooter. Second free throw is missed, so he gets 1 of 2. Ball loose, and Nunley able to get the loose basketball.
Got to pick up the loose ball. You got the rebound and it deflect. There's your deflection.
Yeah.
But you got to pick up the loose ball.
So New Pal's going to get another shot at it. By the way, Camilla Chandler is coming into the ball game for Guerin Catholic. He wears number 42. He is on the guard right now against Brosfield, who has to give up the basketball.
I like how he plays defense with the ball with the speed up.
Drive baseline, and shot's going to be blocked, but picked up and laid in by Stevens, his first 2 of the ball game.
Here comes the press.
I was going to mention Brosfield has not missed, or should say has not hit a shot yet tonight. And that press will turn into a turnover, and then heading back the other way, ball squirts out of bounds, so a turnover back now for New Pal.
And you see Coach Bobby Allen there telling 42, the Chandler kid, hey, don't leave your defender. He's 2-on-1 there. Don't leave him. You got to wait till he crosses the 10-second line.
So now Guerin with the basketball. That is Sorensen, got cut off there by Stevens. Chandler will give it up on the left wing. Sorensen again looking to give it up, does so to Cherry. This is a young basketball team when you consider Guerin with a couple of sophomores in the lineup. Another block shot. Players falling to the floor. Picked up there by Chandler. Reverse layup good, and Chandler on the board with his first 2.
I like how they passed on the foul. Let them play a little bit of contact. Incidental trip. Play on.
So now New Pal down by 3. The turn on the baseline. Basket good, and a foul call as Slagley will go to the line. Try to complete the 3-point play.
And that's on Sorensen. That's his second.
So Sorensen picks up number 2, and into the ball game will be Matt Etchison.
He's a scrappy kid.
5'7" junior. Also coming in will be Patrick Baird. He is back of the lineup. He had sat down for a moment. Now a chance to tie the ball game here is New Palestine. Took them a while to get on the board, and they will now tie the ball game. So Ben Slagley now with 3. He leads New Pal in scoring. Here's that little press.
Oh, cut right through it.
Nice job there by Chandler in the corner. 3 on the way. Good, and that'll be... If that Grissom, I think it is Grissom.
No, it is Grissom.
Yeah, so Grissom now in the ball game. He did not start.
Come on, Coach. Coach set a fib.
Grissom gets his first 3. Back the other way. Jumper good. That was Blake. Was that Blaine Nunley, I believe it was?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Blaine Nunley gets his first bucket of the ball game. Nice crossover by Chandler. The kick out and the drive, nice spin, Cherry. Feeds it off, nothing inside. The kick out, the 3 on the way, no good by Etchison. Another offensive rebound, left-hand shot in the lane, missed as Patrick Baird can't get it to go. And we've got a foul on the rebound. And they're going to get, I think, Baird.
That's his first. Team's third.
So both teams having opportunities, just a cold opening period of play.
Typical Monday basketball game, isn't it?
It is.
It is. It really is.
It is completely out of the routine, and you can kind of tell right now. Nice shot fake put up by Slagley as he gets the defender in the air. He now has 5, and the Dragons now lead it by 2. 90 seconds remaining. This is Chandler. Nice up and under with the left hand. Good, he has 4. By the way, he only averages 5.4 points per game. We are now tied at 11. The drive, the turnover, number 4 now on New Pal. Here is Chandler, little European step there to lay it in.
Oh, he got the ball back.
And another turnover by the Dragons. And that's going to warrant a change. We're going to see Rodebush come in. Here's a shot on the way. Good by Chandler, a 3-pointer. And just like that, he has 9.
7 points, 9 seconds.
Wow.
Huh? How about that? Reggie.
And all of a sudden, it's ballooned to a 5-point lead. What was a low-scoring opening period for Guerin, now the F-16. Is this a last opportunity here for New Palestine? Layup good as Slagley on the board as well with his 7th.
Chandler lost his shoe, and he coming out of his shoe. Don't take me out, Coach. I'm hot.
I'll tell you what, Barrett is coming out of the ball game. And, yep, he's going to stay right in there. So Chandler able to get that shoe back on rather quickly.
You bet. Shoot, you don't want you to come out of the game.
No
you got 9.
kidding.
You got 3, 5, 7, 9 points already.
He leads all scores, and Slagley, as we mentioned, with 7 points for New Pal. And you see the clock now ticking down here in this opening period of play as Chandler backs it away. Guerin will play for 1 right here.
They'll go at 9.
There's Chandler. Chandler with a hot hand gives it up. Here's a 3 by Cherry. Nice way to finish out that opening period of play as Guerin Catholic. A hot hand from Chandler and Cherry to finish out the quarter. We will head to our first break. 19-13 is your score as we head to period number 2. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
(19-13). Take a look at this steal.
That's Exerson right there. Watch this. I'm open. Give me the ball. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Love it.
Man.
That's how Matt Stein, when we played Pig earlier today in the gym,
yeah,
he lights him down, he knocks him down all the time. I think that's why he goes and produces.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised we haven't seen some of his highlights on.
Well, I'm sure he's got him. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see him at halftime.
Little backdoor cut, nothing available there as Grissom got caught on the baseline and traveled with it. 3rd turnover now by Guerin. Grissom got that 3 early. And, you mentioned early, he did not start. Maybe a little bit of a back issue, but if they get him rolling, they're going to be tough.
Especially if he doesn't have move as much. If he stares, sets his feet, set shooter.
Rodebush back in the ball game for New Pal as they will work down low. That shot no good by Stevens. And we've got a foul on the rebound. This will go against Guerin Catholic. I think they said that was Grissom. And back in the ball game will be Brosfield once again. So Grissom picks up his first. Nice inbounds, and Brosfield will lay it in for his first 2. Missed his first 3 shots, but gets on the board there.
Yeah, he was quiet in the first quarter.
Averaging 20.4 and 5.4 rebounds. He is a 47% shooter, but also hits 37% of his 3-pointers.
You see where Grissom is lining up there, not making much movement to that backside.
The guy who's making movement is Chandler. Nice feed underneath, and the layup that time by Cannon. He has 4.
That's a big help because Cannon comes off the bench with only 3.
Brosfield back the other way. Might have been partially blocked.
Got
back
numbers.
The other way. Yep, they had numbers. We'll give it up. Here is Grissom. 16-footer on the way. Good. And, boy, what a stroke.
Pure. Goodness gracious.
And all of a sudden, it's an 8-point lead. He now has 5. And a foul out front, and that's going to be on 22 Cannon.
That's a cheap foul. Don't do that. You're too far away from the basket.
So Cannon with 1. Nobody real foul trouble other than Sorensen. He has 2. As you see, New Powell inbound the basketball. Rossfield from 3. Got it. Tell you what, he's going to be fun to watch when they get into that tournament. They're going to be a tough team to beat. I know that they're not the favorite going into that thing. Mount Vernon and Anderson are ahead of them by about 10 percentage points in the overall ratings, but they can cause you a lot of problems. Nice up and under, missing the shot, though, is Chandler. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay here.
How about Anderson getting in that sectional?
Yeah.
You look at that sectional, it's all county schools, and then you throw Anderson in there, and man, what a tough sectional. That's sectional 9.
Yeah, they've played a heck of a schedule. Mount Vernon's played a heck of a schedule as well. That tournament draw just a couple of weeks away, and then next thing you know, we'll be thinking boys tournament. Turnaround shot on the way, extending is missing, will be Cannon. Had a good look there as Rossfield will bring it back himself, and they'll wave off the shot and call it out front. So that's going to go against Baird. That'll be his second. So he has 2, and so does Sorensen.
And, you look at the foul count right now, it's 6-1.
So now the inbounds pass, it probably was intended there for Stevens. Not a whole lot of movement right here for New Pal offensively, as Stevens will drive with the left hand off the glass, and good, he has 4.
Now, would you call that a forced shot?
Well, I can tell you what, it's a nice thing he did it because nobody else was moving.
Yeah, I think he got fouled in the act, too. And they passed on it.
Bounce pass will find Cherry. Shot fake in the drive.
I tell you what, they're playing aggressive.
Yeah, that shot is on the way, no good, as Parker can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, and then the dunk down low by Aiden Cannon, the 6'6" forward.
I can get off the floor.
Look at that. Got the start tonight. He has 6. He is now second on the team in scoring behind Chandler, coming off the bench with 9.
He does not look 6'6".
He doesn't.
He must have been on a box when they measured him. That's the oldest trick in the game.
It is. The step back, the 3 is no good, as that was Blaine Nunley missing it, and we've got another rebounding foul against Guerin Catholic. I think they got Parker.
Yeah, it's his first, the team's 7th, so New Pal shoots with 4:51 left in the first half. They'll shoot the bonus all the way.
Rodebush will be at the line, and the first free throw is good.
I like the smooth play that both of these teams brought a sub in, and really they don't miss a beat, do they?
They don't.
They play pretty well together.
Kind of tells you they're going to get a lot of rotations between the guys who start and the guys who come off the bench, and that'll be Stevens picking up the foul. That's his first. So a 4-point lead for Guerin, and both teams kind of starting out this second quarter the way they started the game, but then things started to heat up offensively for both teams after we got about 3 minutes in. Cherry hit the early 3. He's been quiet since. Parker will bounce down to the big fella inside. Turnaround shot no good by Cannon, and another foul, and now we're starting to build up some fouls on both sides. We'll take a look at Cannon's dunk off of the missed shot, and who was that? Put back right there as Cannon's free throw is good, and Logan Strong, I believe, who's in the ball game now for New Pal, picks up the foul.
Cannon comes off the bench, started tonight. He's got 7 on the night, played pretty good minutes, and hasn't taken time. He hasn't been out of the game once.
He's putting in the minutes here early.
Coach, I need a break.
He may not get one.
6'6"? No, you stay on the floor, son.
Nice drive, scoop shot, no good. Rebound, put back, no. New Pal missed a couple of shots, and then Logan Strong able to lay it in.
Kept that ball alive. I love that. Good job.
New Pal's doing a nice job on the offensive boards here in the first half.
It was one of the keys of Guerin that they needed to get those defensive boards.
And is Etchison giving it up now to Parker. Cherry swings it left side. Chandler, he'll drive. In the corner, the three on the way, good. Lucas Parker, his first three-pointer, he has 5. And again, the same pattern of what we saw in that opening period happening right here. Ball will be knocked out of bounds. Good hands there defensively for Guerin, as we'll see Josh Holba come in, number 13. And finally, Aiden Cannon gets a break.
Take the oxygen, son. You got to go back in 30 seconds.
Make it really quick. So Guerin owning a 7-point lead off the inbound. The three is no good from the left wing by Blaine Nunley. Cherry will bring it across the timeline, set it up in the half court. By the way, back out of the ball game, Grissom is now back on the bench after 5 points in limited action. The drive, off balance shot, good by Parker.
Off the wrong foot. How about Cherry going and trying to steal the inbounds pass there?
Good heads-up play. 9-point lead. That's the biggest we have had here in the first half, as we come up on the 3-minute mark. You know, New Pal, when they got rolling a little bit, but then the offense, as we talked about a little bit ago, kind of stood around, and it cost them, though. They work it down low, and there's Brosfield once again. He has 7, and they're going to need him the rest of the way. Here's Etchison handing off now to Parker. Nice quick pass. Cherry, yep, he got away with a walk that time. Here's the bounce pass inside, picked up there by Holba. No on the shot, and another chance here for Parker and Guerin Catholic.
Great defense by New Pal, just couldn't get the loose ball.
Stopping in the lane is Chandler.
And this does not hurt Guerin at all, taking their time for a basket.
They feed out to Parker. Three-pointer no good. Another rebound by Holba, and another chance here. Here's a deep three at the top by Chandler. Second three-pointer of the ball game. He has 12 here in the first half off the bench. Where'd he come from?
That's a shot you go, no. Good. Play on. I made that play.
Drew it up just like that, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, he's only averaging 5 points per game. That's a great first half. Nice move to the basket, but a block shot by Cherry as he ejects that one by Stevens.
Take a look at this again. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's deep, folks. There's another NBA player that shoots that deep. They all watch him.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Nice entry, the drive, and a blocking foul called on the shot. That's going to put Brosfield at the line.
Call that on Etchison. That's a good call. You know, we don't have the circle, and that's what he's explaining to Coach. You know, he's underneath the basket. I'm not going to reward him because he's underneath the basket.
We need the circle now.
Yes, we do.
That, and when we get that shot clock, free throws on the way, and goodbye, Brosfield.
You know, man, it's 1:49, second quarter. He brings up the shot clock. I'm here to tell you. I talked to Sandra Walters tonight. You heard me.
I heard you.
We don't need a shot clock.
But you didn't tell her that, though.
No, I had to ask her another question. By the way, if you're listening, thank you for your answer.
Second free throw is no good.
How awesome when you can call a commissioner and they answer the phone and say, whatever you want, Coach.
I know. You're a big name in it, too, tonight.
She'll be our halftime guest at the sectional regionals on Saturday at Decatur Central.
Step back here by Chandler, missed it, and Brosfield there for the rebound.
Might have forced that one.
Well, I guess it. And the nice drive, missing the shot, though, with the right hand. Coming away with it is Chandler.
Go strong, son. Go
fast
strong.
Break the other way, missed it. Rebounded by Stevens. And now we got a run-and-gun game going. It's like the old ABA as he will drive and will be fouled, and that'll put Stevens to the line. Now is Sandra going to be there for the second game or the first game?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that foul, by the way, was on Holba.
We have, Saturday's going to be fun. Girls Regional, Decatur Central. We have no idea the teams except we know one team, that's Ben Davis.
That's right.
Everybody else has to play tomorrow or Wednesday.
Shot on the way, good by Stevens. The left-hander now has 5, and coming into the ball game, Robert Sorensen. Also back in will be Etchison, so Sorensen playing with 2 fouls.
And, we're talking about boys tonight, but girls, man, that tough. If you have to play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to be worn out by the regional.
Yeah, that's going to be really challenging. 6 points now by Stevens. I was hoping Sandra would be there when I talked to her about that shot clock and how we'll implement that.
How you're going to donate millions of dollars to the association so that everybody can have a shot clock. You can just donate that millions to IndianaSRN.
Yeah, no kidding. So now down under a minute to go here in the first half.
Shout out to my buddy Andy Simpson. He's watching the game tonight. Thank you, Andy.
Nice spin, left-hand shot, no good by Sorensen. In business the other way again will be New Pal. And I'll tell you what, this guy's not even going to wait as Brosfield misses the 3. So a quick release there, and let's see if Guerin will play for 1.
Think they'll wait for 1? Coaches just yelled at it. Showed one side.
I was actually a little surprised New Pal pulled the trigger that quick.
Yeah.
So we will see Guerin.
Got to move the ball back to the weak side.
Oh, don't get trapped right there. And that's going to be not a turnover, but very close. That would have been a costly turnover right there. Here's a shot from 3 off the mark as Nunley can't get it to go. Put back good.
Grissom
able to get the bucket as we have ended the opening half of play. Guerin Catholic with a 37-28 lead. Really the big story here is, Coach, that the way that Chandler has played in the first half, 12 points off the bench there for Guerin.
Yeah, Chandler, and I'm real impressed with Cannon as well.
Yeah.
On the other end down there, Stanley's done a nice job, and we'll see how the second half plays out. But at 37-38, we'll take a break. It's our halftime show. It's IndianaSRN.
The Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles have 2 new sponsors for their webcast this year. Tommy Mascari with Berkshire Hathaway and Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group.
I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari. And any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar. Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN.
Where you're always in the game.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I'm seeing mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
I'm Mary. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School. Many people believe that we're just like any other school, but I'm here today to show you that we're not. At Guerin Catholic, we are family. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? How can a school be like a family? Well, it all starts with St. Theodore Guerin herself. Her charisms inspire us every day. She's been praying for us since before the school was built, before we were even born. On one of her many resting places, it says, "I sleep, but I watch over the house that I have built." As a student, it's so inspiring to know that we have our own saint in heaven praying for us every day. But if you really want to understand what Guerin Catholic's all about, there's a lot more you need to know about us, starting with who we are. Mother Guerin also has some advice for the teachers. She says, love the children first, then teach them. It is these wise words that inspires our teachers to motivate students and look for the best ways to meet each student where they are. You might think with all this love, academics might not be important, but there is nothing further from the truth. It is because of our faith in seeking the truth that we aspire to know all that we can know. But we can't stop there. We have to know how to think about the knowledge in order to make a difference in the world. Whether you need a little extra help or you're ready to be challenged with an international baccalaureate diploma or anything in between, there is a place for you at Guerin Catholic. But we're not just about academics around here. At Guerin Catholic, we are well-rounded. There are so many ways for you to get involved. Obviously, we have sports. We have 21 athletic teams, including swimming. And if you don't play a sport, we're all about supporting those that do. Our student sections are so much fun. We are spirited. And we also have 43 clubs. So if you don't see anything you like, you can start another one. We also have band, choir, orchestra, and theater. We are involved. At Guerin Catholic, there are so many ways for you to discover and use the gifts that God has given you. We are creative. Getting involved in these activities is not just about having fun. It's also about developing skills that help you become a great leader and providing opportunities for you to lead. At Guerin Catholic, we are leaders. Another great way for you to grow as a leader is through service opportunities. There are so many ways for you to share your gifts with others. Mother Guerin says, you will be happy yourself in making others happy. That's what service is all about. By connecting to local organizations or through mission trips, you'll have plenty of opportunities to serve. At Guerin Catholic, we are compassionate. There are so many opportunities to travel at Guerin Catholic, from mission trips to Costa Rica to performing in New York City. We are explorers. You will find the Guerin Catholic community all around the world, working, singing, and learning, all to get closer to Christ. Here we are at our chapel. This is where I leave you. But as you think about your future, I'll give you one last piece of advice from Mother Guerin. Do not give way to uneasiness about the future. Place yourself gently into the hands of Providence.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Back here at Guerin Catholic High School, 37-28, your halftime score. This broadcast is copywritten by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the expressed written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Troy Niergowski along with Coach Keith Myers. And tell you what, you look at that first half, and the first quarter, second quarter, as we mentioned, kind of mirrored each other with a slow start, but then they really started to pick things up offensively. And you got to be impressed by Guerin Catholic. They've got 3 players who have already surpassed or equaled their game averages in the first half alone. It really started with Chandler with the 12, and then Cannon finished with 8 points in that first half.
Yeah, Guerin Catholic shot 14 of 32 from 2, 5 for 10 from 3, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Not a bad half. For New Pal, they were 10 for 24 for 41.7% on twos, 2 of 7 for threes for 28%, and 6 of 9 for 66% for free throws. We only had 2 lead changes and 1 tie, so pretty good ball game. 19 points in the first quarter for Guerin, 18 in the second quarter. For New Pal, 13 and 15. And like we said, not a bad ball club and not a bad ball game, considering it is a Monday night. And a lot of people say, well, what's the difference on Monday night? No practice.
Yep.
You had all-day school. First day back probably for most of these kids since Wednesday or Thursday. So, you might have not. I know Guerin saw his kids play on Saturday, and I know New Pal played Saturday as well. But, it's just a different time of year when you play on Monday. You're just not used to playing on Monday. And a lot of people say, well, Monday gets me down. Well, it affects the basketball floor as well at times.
Well, we're certainly creatures of habit, and Monday you don't play basketball generally for the most part, and so you can kind of see why maybe a little bit of rust here or there because of the weekend. You're right, they probably didn't practice a whole lot either, so go ahead.
But I bet you've talked to both coaches. We're playing Monday, boys.
Yeah.
Better
be ready.
Got to be ready.
By the way, real quick, in the scoring column, first off for New Pal in the first half, Brosfield with 8 points, 4 points by Stevens, 7 points by Slagley tonight, 2 points by Strong, a single point by Raudebusch, rounding out the 28. And then, of course, for Guerin, they had that great first half, Chandler with 12. Cannon finished with 8. Grissom was 7. He did not start. Parker was 7, and then 3 points by Cherry. So good balance scoring there.
You look at this score at 37-28. My magic number is 55. Shoot, we may get 55 by the end of the third quarter.
You could. Well, if they get off to a fast start, I think they will, but they've had those 2-3 minutes at the beginning where they just haven't been able to get anything going. And now I'm going to see Guerin go a little zone right here to begin this third quarter with New Pal getting the basketball first.
And I think this is the first 3-4 minutes of this second half for New Pal is very important.
Nice spin move with a left hand. No, the rebound put back no as well, as Stevens can't get it off the missed shot by Slagley. So here's Cherry quickly back the other way. So New Palestine missing in their first opportunity of the opening period of play. They missed the first opportunity in the third, and we've got a jump ball. It'll stay right here in possession of Guerin Catholic.
And Cherry needs to – that ball, that's a bad pass. You got to cut off, and then you have to go to the basketball as well.
So now it'll be Guerin Catholic basketball once we get a jersey tucked in right here.
New Palestine guy just walked in the studio.
He was pointing at Logan Strong. Did you help him? You develop him, or? Yeah.
Yeah. He plays on his trampoline in his backyard.
So here's Guerin with the basketball.
You never know whoever will walk into our studios.
Know. Just you had a great broadcast going, and what do they do? Here's Cherry.
Oh, no.
Nice entry, reverse layup good, and there's Aiden Cannon again, now double figures with 10.
I'm sorry, Troy, but, man, that just drives me nuts. He's not even facing the basketball. I mean, it went in.
Cannon averaging 3.8, he has 10. And Chandler averaging 5, he has 12.
You think he had Chick-fil-A for lunch today?
He might have. Nice spin move, Brosfield.
I like that kid.
He has 10.
Yeah, he's a sharp kid.
And they're going to need him the rest of the way as they're down by 9. Guerin basketball. Here's Cherry as he made his way up the floor, and a whistle and a foul called against the Dragons, and they will get number 11, Bryant Nunnally. That's only his first. I think they've only committed 5 total fouls, 4 total fouls?
4 in the total night, yes.
Yeah, that's a new pal, only 4 so far as they really put pressure on that inbounds pass, have to kick it way outside to Parker, and another foul. This time they will get Brosfield picking up his first. Well, we had a double-digit lead by Guerin. It didn't last long as New Palestine able to get it under the 10-point mark, but it keeps ballooning back to 9, and see if Guerin can put it back into double figures right here as they work against that man-to-man.
You got to take this cut, though. There you go. Nice. See how they much difference. Bounce the floor.
And there's a turnover with the steal. Here's Stevens back the other way.
And it's going to count it.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a tough one there. Not only to get the bucket, but we're going to get a foul call as well, and that's going to go against Jack Cherry.
Protect the shooter because he was riding the backside a little bit. Got to protect that shooter. He's got to come down safely. That's a pretty good call. I like that. Now, if I coach, I probably wouldn't have liked it. But safety of the kids is real important. Oh, man, they are just calling it tight now.
Yeah, they are, and that's going to go against Stevens. He just picked up his second. They picked up 3 fouls in the last, 30 seconds or so. And
they only had 4 in the first half.
Exactly. So now all of a sudden things called a little bit tighter. Cherry with the entry pass. As you see the big fella Cannon giving it up in the corner, then getting it right back, powers his way up, scores, and he's fouled, and that'll go against Slagley.
I think Cannon is snicking on this a little bit. He's
something's not right about the numbers at 3.8.
It's very interesting. I got to talk to Coach about that tonight. He's played well.
You know, he doesn't look 6'6" till he gets to the bench, and then he looks 6'6".
Yeah, because Coach is 4'11", so.
I'm sure he appreciates that. 9-point lead once again.
Trust me, I'll get hate mail tomorrow morning.
Guerin Catholic led by Cannon and Chandler. In this one here tonight, nice turnaround shot by Brosfield, no good. Rebound Cherry. Here come the Golden Eagles again, and Cherry driving, and they're going to get him for a travel.
Well, that's pretty obvious, and I don't know what he's thinking on 3-on-1.
I think he's thinking he's going to take on 3, I guess. Almost looked like the ball got trapped a little bit on the backside somewhere.
So would you be doing a bobble if you're the referee there?
No, I'd have got him for a travel.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Just for going against 3 guys.
I appreciate
that'd be the big thing.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
So now New Pal, chance to cut into that 9-point deficit. Here's a 3 at the top, good. Looked like Blaine Nunley once again. He now has 7. Back to a 6-point lead. There's a trap at the top and then a foul call. Or did we get a timeout? Yep, we're going to get a timeout instead. So Guerin's going to get the timeout, and it's going to be a full timeout, I do believe. We're going to wait and see, or is it going to be a 30?
30. Yeah, there's a 30.
Yeah, it's going to be a 30. So we're going to keep it right here for this 30-second timeout. Going to remind you once again, today's game brought to you in part by Serenity Care Services, an Indiana licensed service agency. They're friendly and an experienced team of caregivers you have been seeking. For more information, get a hold of Angela today at 317-900-6202. Serenity Care Services, serving the Indianapolis area.
What do you think about Bobby Allen probably saying, look, fellas, you see this pass, we don't need to make this pass, because they have had 2 unforced turnovers that's really got New Pal back into the game.
Yeah, it has, and you mentioned the one thing, cut down on that passing lane a little bit. As you see, Cherry goes to the floor, no whistle there. 2-on-1 break the other way, layup good as Baird gets on the board for the first time. And it only really takes, first off, too many players pick up their dribble too quickly.
They do.
And when they do, you're in trouble, but then you got to cut down that passing lane a little bit. And
we used to call them dead. They're dead.
Exactly. So now New Pal back the other way. Nice turn off the glass. Good is Slagley. Now with 9, a chance for the three-point play. Looks like they got, is that Cannon for his second? So Cannon has 2 unofficially, and you're going to see Slagley go to the line. He has a chance to get to double figures as well. He's only averaging 6.2. Coach, we got all these guys who are just coming up saying, I only average 3.8.
They're probably saying, hey, I like to play on Mondays.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice pass underneath, and missing the dunk this time is Cannon, able to get it back and lay it in.
How about not giving up on the ball?
He had red jerseys all around him,
yes,
too.
Sir.
Back to a 7-point lead as the Golden Eagles a chance to take it away, and they do. 6th turnover now by New Pal. Skip pass will find Baird, and Baird back to Cherry on the wing, so he'll reset it out front to Chandler. And I think we got a carry that time. Is that true? Yep. That'll be a carry that time on Chandler. 6 turnovers now called against Guerin. Take a look at Cannon right here. Missed
the dunk. Then Cherry goes, oops, I lost the ball. And then there's Cannon. I got you.
Stayed right with it. So after that turnover, each team now with 6 unofficially here through 2.5 quarters plus. Dragons basketball, as you saw Brian Nunley fall down trying to get out of traffic. Brosfield will drive and lost it, but last touch this time by Holba. And you're going to see another change as Etchison back in the ball game.
Scrappy young man. You never have to worry about sweeping the floor because he'll be cleaning the uniform because he'll fall down and he'll be hustling. He gets some hustle points.
Off the inbound, Stevens on the drive, and he's going to get fouled and go to the line as he went hard to the floor. I think that's going to go against, I don't know if that was Cannon again or. So it's going to be 13 instead. So they got Holba, not Cannon. So Holba picks up his second. And Stevens 3 for 3 from the line, and he misses the front end of 2.
Send that hate mail to Troy Derigowski.
Man.
At IndianaSRN.
Never fails, does it?
Nope. Every game.
Sometimes more than once.
Yes, sir.
Second one's
there
on
you
the
go.
way, and he missed them
There's
both.
2 of them.
I'll tell you what, I thought Stevens, if you look at his shooting numbers, 67%. There's a foul on Stevens out front, so he has 3. Hey, that's a nice try there by Baird. He wanted to take that ball all the way down there.
Yes, sir. Can I have that to 10-second line, please?
We do better when we set it up down here.
Because our play is 0, Coach. Come on, ref.
Here is Chandler. Deep in the corner. Boy, get it out of there because New Pal's going to try to trap you on the sidelines and in the corner if they can. Chandler back out front. Yeah, it was close. Etchison very close to the mid-court line. There's a kick ball by Stevens. You know, we saw earlier both teams playing man-to-man, and then Guerin played some zone, and now we see a little bit of zone here by New Pal. So they're kind of mixing it up a little bit, and you don't see as many opportunities right here for Guerin to find an open shot.
Will Grissom's checking in the ball game.
And that'll
limited
help.
Time tonight. Yeah, limited time tonight. I bet you he's not 100%.
Yeah, he hadn't played a whole lot of minutes, but he's been effective while he's been in there.
Yes, sir.
7 points all coming in the first half. So we mentioned young man averaging 19, but a little bit banged up coming into this one here tonight. But Chandler has done a nice job, as has Cannon. Here's a shot from the wing by Parker, no good, and high for the rebound, Brosfield, and he's going to be fouled. This official's been busy. I think they got Etchison, did they not?
Yes, he did. His second.
See a couple of changes here coming into the ball game. Holba now for Guerin. Also coming in will be Slagley for New Pal.
And Grissom leaves the bench.
Yeah, he came right back in out of the ball game, didn't he?
Now he's going to go back and check in.
Maybe not.
No, I guess he can't.
He'll be tired just going back and forth.
Well, you have to have the clock. You have to have the clock go at least 1 second.
Yeah. So New Pal basketball as they're down by 7. Coming up on the 2-minute mark as Brosfield's shot's no good. Battle for the rebound, and New Pal gets another shot. Is Slagley able to run it down and get it back to Brosfield once again? This young man right here, Stevens, has been very active offensively, but he gives it up now as Nunley will drive, draws the contact, and we'll go back to the line once again. You know, that official right there, he's been busy.
He's been very busy.
Foul's going to go against Baird, and if I'm not mistaken, that'll be his third. And Blaine Nunley will go to the line. Nunley 1 for 2 way back in the opening period of play.
I have him for 4 on the night.
And you
could get 5.
There you go.
You know, with 147 here, with 6-point lead, I would be very slow, deliberate if I'm Guerin.
Yeah, I would too. But boy, every time we said that, they kind of quick trigger it. I mean, in fact, both teams have been quick on the trigger. And you get down under a minute to go, and you think, okay, they're going to run a little clock, come down, shoot it. 37 points through 2 quarters for Guerin. Second free throw is good, so from a scoring standpoint, they have not come close yet to what they did in the first 2 quarters of 19 and 18. And now you see that full court trap put together by New Pal. Better watch out from behind. Holba kind of lost track of where those little guys will come and get you. Here's a 3 on the way, no good as Grissom missed his first shot. I think it's the first shot of the second half. Lead pass and eventually is thrown out of bounds as Stevens looking around to see what happened, and I think it went off his hands.
Yeah, I'm very interested that the official let that play because that ball came from out of bounds to go inbounds, and that's not that doesn't work very well.
Yeah, going behind the backboard like that, yeah. So you see New Pal trapping again, really causing some problems here for the Golden Eagles, but somehow the ball got back in the hands of Grissom, and he laid it in. Give the assist there to Holba.
Well, Holba's, no, you take it.
Back the other way, Brosfield drives, contact, no, and the tip in, good by Stevens, and he's fouled again. Neither team really doing a great job defensive rebounding.
No, they're not.
So now we're going to put Stevens back to the free throw line. Foul's going to go against Grissom. That's his second. You know, I saw Grissom play earlier this year when that young man, when he is healthy, he's pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
Second free throw good by Stevens. I like this Guerin team. I think when they get rolling, I know people say they're 10-8 and, you know, they've lost a couple in a row and such, but they played a good schedule. They played good teams. They're going to be a fun team to watch in the tournament.
Yeah, they have Washington on the 10th, and then Roncalli on the 15th, and then into their season with 2 away games, a very good University team and a very good Anderson team.
Yeah.
I mean, they play everybody in this sectional 4. Sectional.
Yeah.
That's a tough sectional. And when you get to play Mount Vernon and New Pal and Pendleton Heights, Newcastle,
you'll be ready.
Yes, sir, you will be.
You know, the one thing is we're getting down to the last few seconds, and the drive missing the shot badly that time is Brosfield. He thought he got fouled. Guerin, though, hasn't handled that pressure very well.
No, they haven't.
It's been one area that's
no
been
one
kind
wants
of a
to control the ball. No one wants to take control.
Yeah, they got to find the guy that wants to get the ball in his hands and let him go to work. You see Jack Cherry right now. He's only a sophomore, and Sorensen only a sophomore as well. Here's a drive in the feed. Ball loose, picked up. Sorensen gets it back to Chandler for three. Short. Rebound, no, on the putback by Sorensen, and that's going to end the third quarter. It's down to a 4-point lead. We head to the fourth. Guerin on top of this one, 48-44. This is high school basketball in IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back once again here at Guerin Catholic as the Golden Eagles trying to hold on against New Pal, who, by the way, has now gotten it back to within just the 4 points. They were down in double digits. They were down by 9 just a few moments ago, but boy, give New Pal credit. They have really bounced back quickly, and now it is a 48-44 ball game with 8 more to go.
Unless we go
OT. Yeah.
And you're sitting in a seat that we usually go OT in, so let's just hope we can get this done in regulation.
By the way, Guerin led by Cannon with 15, Chandler with 12. Brassfield leading the way for New Pal with 10. He's able to get rid of the basketball. He is 10 points under his average as he will spin, and we've got a foul call against Guerin, and it may go against Sorensen. Wait and see here as they go.
It is Sorensen.
It is Sorensen.
40
Chandler. Chandler instead, yeah. So Brassfield goes to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2. He had 8 points in the first half. Only 2 points in that third. He's back in for another. So now all of a sudden we can have a 2-point ball game right here. Second free throw is good as well. They had missed the 2 by Stevens. Other than that, they have hit every other free throw here in the second half. Cherry on the drive, stops, floater in the lane, good, Jack Cherry. Only averages 3.8, now has 5. One of 3 players now scoring above their scoring average here for Guerin Catholic, the lead back to 4. On the drive, once again, Stevens, the kick out, the shot from the right wing, no good as the ball battled for in the corner, and it goes off, I think, at number 14, Lucas Parker of Guerin.
I like the no call going out of bounds because both kids hit the ball, and he waited to see what was going to happen to the ball. I like that call by the official. Play on.
So now Blaine Nunley will inbound the basketball, and Dragons will set it up in their half court. A little 1-4 high on this one. Stevens. The entry pass. Here's the drive, and I think they may have gotten an offensive foul here on Brassfield, and they did.
Oh, wow. Oh, coach is not happy about that. Trent Whitaker is not real happy about that call.
That is number 2 on Steele, and that'll be the now 8th turnover by New Pal.
You know, we talk radio names. That's a great radio name right there.
Steele. My mom didn't name me anything fun, did she?
Bubba.
Yeah, I changed it legally to Troy Darengowski.
Yeah, gotcha.
From like Bubba Smith or something, you know, something easy. Here's Cherry. Nice behind the back dribble, drives, and another foul, and the Dragons are wondering where all these fouls are coming from all of a sudden. I think they said Ian Stevens, right? As
his fourth.
Yeah. And Cherry missed the free throw.
Got to knock down these bunnies, boys.
Boy. They've only been to the line in the second half. Well, they were there once in the third quarters. This is only their second trip to the free throw line in the entire second half.
And the first missed free throw of the night.
Logan Strong will step in. Yeah, they had hit everything up until now, and boy, you need one right here. And he does get one of two. We mentioned he, along with Cannon and Chandler, all have scored way above their averages, or at least above their averages. I say way above with Cannon and Chandler. Brassfield driving the double team, and they're going to say that foul was on the floor. So we're now going to go to the free throw line. 8 fouls by Guerin, 7 by New Pal.
Sorensen on the foul, his third.
He has 3. Baird has 3.
Still knocks down another free throw. The game has just went from really fast-paced to the grind.
Yeah. Second one missed. And you can send your hate mail to Coach on that one because you did at that time.
I didn't do anything.
You said, boy, he's hit all these free throws.
Oh,
and then,
okay, thank you.
You're all right. Here is Sorensen. Yeah, you're right. You had some fast pace in the first and second after a slow start. He has really been busy. And now we just feels like we're in the mud.
Both teams now shooting the bonus with 5:51 to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, you check the watch. I love it. Knocks down the first.
13 now by Chandler. Yeah, you got to check. Okay, it happened at 8:41.
Okay. So at 10 o'clock when we're still playing,
yeah,
I got you.
You know, the last time I was here, I got out of here really early and I sat on the interstate till 10:30. Second free throw is good.
Oh, that's right. That's the night that Jackknife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
You know, that was still there that the next morning when I went to work.
I almost felt like I was, too.
I should have called you. I took the back roads home.
I wish you would. You know, it's a good thing I had a candy bar, otherwise I might have starved to death.
Yeah, well.
Nice feed underneath. Basket good is Slagley, now with 12.
You know, Taco Bell was right there.
I was living on puddle water and grubs.
Gotcha.
There for a while, so. All right, nice move by Chandler. Feeds inside. Shot fake. Shot no good by Cannon. He'll go to the line for 2.
Which one they're going to give it to? There's 3 around him. And they give it to Strong.
Yeah, so he picks up his second. 5:17 remaining, and both teams already in the bonus. And another missed free throw. Coming into the ball game will be Rhoda Bush. Single point in the second quarter. That has been it for the junior for New Pal. Second free throw good. Boy, what a night for Cannon, though. You know, if I average 3.8, I'd never get past 3.8. This young man's got 16 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Brassfield for 3. Good, big bucket. Only his second bucket of the second half.
And a quick timeout, full timeout by New Palestine. We'll be back.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
We got a close one here. Here's that last three-pointer by Brassfield as he got the defender to stay on his feet and just rose and hit the shot.
My buddy Bill Ludwood would say, twine, baby.
So after the timeout, still 5:05 to go. But I tell you what, and now you got to be real careful about these fouls because you get into the double bonus, which we're probably going to end up being there. Win this game at the free throw line or lose it at the free throw line.
And this is a 2-point game.
And here's where New Pal really caused some problems for Guerin in the third, really ratcheting up that pressure, and they're now up in your grill. Here's Chandler. Finds an opening, left hand off the glass, good.
He's had a good night.
Yeah, he's had a great night. Only a junior, and he's coming off the bench, leading the way for Guerin. Brassfield, the double team, and he's going to go to the line again. Both officials on this side making the call, and I think they're going to get 14?
Gave it to Parker.
Yeah, Parker picked up his second. Brassfield, by the way, has missed twice tonight from the line. Here in the fourth quarter, he's 3 of 4. Free throw is good. 17 now by Brassfield, the 6'5 senior. And we've got another timeout on the floor. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 56-53, Guerin on top. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Going to take a look at this last bucket by the young man, the left-hander, Chandler off the glass. Nice move again by Chandler.
So you got one free throw left. You're down 3, 4:27. This is long from over, but I think you're right. As we were talking off air, free throws are going to be the key here.
6 free throw shot in the fourth quarter by New Pal. You've got, 5, 6, 7 shot by Guerin in the fourth quarter. That is, of course, New Pal shot 2, 4, only 5 in the third, only 5 in the second. Second free throw is good by Brassfield. Back to a 2-point lead. And it has been a free throw shooting contest so far here in the fourth quarter. Only 2 buckets put together by Guerin as they almost lost the basketball again. And just 2 baskets made by New Pal. And we're halfway through this final period of play, barring an overtime. The drive, off-balance shot, no good by Parker, and it'll be New Pal basketball. Chance to tie or take the lead. Dragons getting a little sloppy with the basketball as well, but able to keep the possession. Brassfield for 3, no. Rebounded by New Pal, but the double team on the baseline, and what do we have? Timeout by New Pal. The underneath official made that call on the timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Had official right in front of the bench, but the underneath official made the call. Want to remind you, today's game brought to you in part by the IHSAA Foundation. You can subscribe to their newsletter, The Advocate, at IHSAAfoundation.org. I want to thank the foundation for what they're doing for our student athletes. And, of course, after the game, the Family Source Insurance post-game show, and we'll also name the player of the game, which right now we got a long way to go before we even think about that.
I have a list.
Yeah, but you should. I was going to say.
We got some some career nights for some guys.
We do. And then we've had a couple of guys step up as Brassfield has had a nice second half, especially here in the fourth quarter, hitting some big free throws. And then Stevens, he's had a nice ball game in double figures with 10. But then also Slagley has 12. That's Brassfield. Nice spin to the baseline, off the glass with the right hand, and another offensive rebound. And New Pal gets it back. Slagley in there cleaning the boards, and an offensive foul, no doubt about that one, and Blaine Nunley.
I don't think he likes that, but he did make the contact.
Yeah.
Dipped his shoulder, the referee said.
Yeah, and so many times you see players these days give that little shimmy, and that'll get you in trouble too.
It does help that you maybe over-exercise the contact.
So now Guerin an opportunity to extend that 2-point lead. And, boy, I tell you right now, points are at a premium here in the fourth quarter. Entry pass, the big fella Cannon. Cannon, pull-up shot off the glass, no. And there's Brassfield with a rebound. He's going to take it at himself.
Got to stop the ball. Got to stop the ball.
Brassfield feeds in the corner. Shot fake. Back to Brassfield, and he will not get the bucket, and the rebound put back good by Stevens.
Tie ball game, first tie since 2.
Stevens now with 12. Guerin now with the basketball with 2:45 to go. The drive by Chandler, feed in the corner. That three-pointer is no good. Collision at the top of the key. And I think that Brassfield is on the floor with a basketball, and the officials say that New Pal got the timeout. They had the possession. That's a good call right there. And is this going to be a 30? It'll be a 30-second timeout. Want to remind you, today's game brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance. They have you covered, whether it be auto, life, home, or business. Call Pat Cherry to get a quote today at 317-884-8046. Look to Family Source Insurance for all of your needs, 317-884-8046.
You know, you call that timeout. Now you're down to 2, which is really tough. Guerin has 3 left, so it's crunch time here. You would like to have a little bit more timeouts, but I understand, right now, the control of the game here. You got the possession. You can do some things here, and I would force it inside because I think New Pal outmans them right now on the floor, height-wise and strength-wise. I mean, this New Pal ball club is really good.
Well, and I like the way that they play defense against Guerin, because Guerin, when they have the basketball, they're getting up and guarding you. And Guerin really has not played against that pressure very well here tonight. And the other thing is Grissom's back on the bench, so you don't have one of your main scorers out there. So that could be a big key. So let's see what New Pal has in store right here. Brassfield has had the hot hand, especially at the free throw line and getting to the basket. He has the basketball, kicks it out. Shot fake, drive, nice feed inside, layup good. There is Slagley. Give the assist to Blaine Nunley. 14 by Slagley here tonight.
New Pal down by as many as 12.
Yeah. And it was times as the ball loose on the baseline. Losing it will be Jack Cherry. That's the 8th turnover now by Guerin.
Sophomore mistake.
And now here's the layup we saw moments ago. Nice shot fake, got Cherry in the air, and then, of course, your big guy had to make a commitment. Cannon had to step up and try to play defense and left the guy wide open.
We see what happens here. You run the clock down.
I run some clock. Coach, I would be to the stage now where I'm going to run a little motion here, and if I can get a layup, I'll take it. If not,
going to throw it back out?
Yeah, I don't have to score again. Ball tipped away as Grissom is back in, as he's going to go for the steal there. See, you can see their coach saying, let's get it out, and Grissom commits the foul.
Grissom almost had to steal.
Well, and you knew he was going for steals.
Yep.
We saw that in the last 2 attempts. He was going to try to get a steal because he had some fouls to give for sure. But, this one guy you don't want to put to the line, and that's Brassfield. Timeout, Guerin. And I think this is going to be a 30. Waiting to see. Nope, it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 58-56, New Pal on top. This is high school basketball in IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
And we thought maybe this one would come down to the wire, and it's really now coming down to free throws.
Yeah. Yeah, the second half, both teams got in a bonus with, 6 minutes to play in the second half in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, it's been very interesting. Tale of two tapes, because in the first half, they only called a total of 9 fouls. I'm sorry, check that again. 8 and 4, 12 fouls. This half, they've called a lot more.
Yeah, they really did. And very tight at the beginning of that third quarter as Brassfield at the line, and he has been big here in the final period of play. Now 6 of 7 from the free throw line. He and Slagley, along with Stevens, the only 3 players to score. Second one is missed. And the rebound, Grissom.
Protect the three-point line.
Here's the drive, and don't foul on the shot if you can possibly help it. Nice move. Basket good by Chandler, and he's fouled. Didn't I say don't do that?
Yeah, I guess, sir, you did. And that's on Blaine.
So they're going to get Blaine Nunley for his third, I do believe. Minute 13 to go. There's a lot of time to go here with a minute 13 now, but now you got a young man in Chandler who's played well tonight. See Cherry back in and Parker out. And I'm not going to say anything whether he's missed a free throw or not, because if I do and he misses it,
I'm not saying anything.
I'm not saying anything either. Well, see, I shouldn't even brought it up.
It was Matt's fault.
Yeah, Matt, our producer, said, already jinxed him. So the drive, basket good and a foul, and that's going to put Stevens to the line again, and another opportunity for a three-point play. And this guy's played well, too.
Yeah, you got Stevens, you have Blaine Nedley, you have Brassfield, and Ben Stagley.
Well, there's maybe the biggest bucket and free throw of the ball game. It puts you back up by 3. And we've got some changes here as Robert Sorensen back in. I'm going to take a look at that layup right here. Strong move.
Yep. He didn't take the whole force of the foul.
There's another big turnover there by Guerin Catholic as Stevens with a basketball gets it off now to Bryant Nunley. Now they're going to play keep away and try to force a foul. Nice drive, layup good by Blaine Nunley. He has 11, and that might ice it right there. Constantly turnover late by Guerin. There's a block shot by Slagley. Leading the other way, and a dunk at the other end of the floor by Brassfield, and that's what you call the exclamation point.
Boy, did they wake up quick, didn't they?
Boy, and some nice, able to get some turnovers at the other end and rebounding the basketball. It's on the floor. We've got a jump ball here.
This was a 3-point ball game with 45 seconds, and now they've bloomed it. Look at this. This is coast to coast right here.
I love that because Stevens is head up, eyes up, and And that just did it right there. Brassfield's going to finish with a nice ball game here tonight. He has 19.
Need to score quick here. You got timeouts, so you can stop the clock 2 more times.
On the drive is Andy Guerin is in the ball game, and the ball tipped into the backcourt. They're just going to let him go here. No need to do really anything at this point. Basket good. Sariano getting the final basket of the ball game, but New Pal, they pick up a win here tonight. They have now won 7 in a row. They win it by a final of 66-60. We will have the Family Source Insurance postgame show coming up in a moment. This has been high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
Sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
As you see the final score, 66-60. New Pal winning the ball game tonight. Don't forget to join us for a slew of games this week. It all begins tomorrow as Bethesda takes on Traders Point, Ben Davis, Covenant Christian, Anderson Prep, and Central Christian. Those are boys games, 7:30 start. Wednesday night, Roncalli versus Chittard. That's 7:30 start. On Thursday, the Putnam County Tournament. It all begins with Cloverdale and Greencastle, New Pal and South Putnam. On Friday night, the championship game of the Putnam County Tournament. And then Roncalli Heritage Christian, Chittard Park Tudor. We have swimming for you. And then Saturday, the regional at Decatur Central, starting at 10, 12, and 2, and swimming all day. Total of 15 games on the network on IndianaSRN. We take a break. We'll come back with the player of the game and a wrap-up right after this.
As we wrap it up here this evening, time to name our player of the game. And I tell you what, Coach, there were so many different players for New Pal and in the way they play defense. They fell down double digits, but they come back and get a nice win. It really kind of took it away there at the end. You almost have to give it to the entire team.
Let's do that.
I think so.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, Brassfield 19. You had 15 by Stevens. You had 14 by Slagley and 11 by Blaine Nunley. And they just simply played an overall great game here tonight, so they get the win. Hey, I want to thank everybody for being with us here this evening. We have a slew of games. Make sure you check out IndianaSRN.org for all of the games coming up throughout the entire week. And we've got a whole lot of basketball still to go here in the next 6 or 7 days. Want to thank Matt as well as Nick, our producer and cameraman here tonight. For Coach Keith Myers, I'm Troy Derengowski. Thanks for being with us. New Pal wins at 66-60 over Guerin Catholic. We'll see you next time right here on Indiana SRN.